In this video, I will be showing you how to download and set up the Disney FastPass bot from scratch. So all you have to have is Windows 10 for this tutorial to work, and you want to go ahead and download Google Chrome. So just go to download Google Chrome in any web browser that you have. So from Firefox or Microsoft Edge, just search download Google Chrome. When you have Google Chrome installed, go into that, and we are going to be downloading Python. So search Python download. Go to download Python, python.org, and click on download Python 3.7.0. And if it does not automatically start downloading, click on Windows and click on latest Python 3 release 3.7. And if that doesn't work, go down here and click on download x86 executable installer. So go back to this screen, and when you click on this, it should work, and it should just take a couple seconds to download. Okay, so when it downloads, click on Python 3.07.exe, and it should give you the option to run. So I already have it installed, so you will just have to go through and follow the instructions. You might get a pop-up down here that says run, save, or something else. Click run and just click OK and go through all the menus. But a thing that you have to check mark on the screen is a box that will say add to environmental path or something like that. Make sure you check mark that box, or the setup will not go smoothly and you will have to do additional steps later on. So make sure you check mark a box that says add to environmental path or something very similar to that, and it should be on the bottom, and it's not going to be in big text, it'll be in smaller text. So make sure you click that before installing it on the setup screen. So once you have Python installed, another thing you're going to want to download is WebDriver. So search WebDriver Chromium download, and go ahead and click on the top one here, downloads Chrome driver, WebDriver for Chrome, and click on latest release Chrome driver 2.4.2, and it doesn't matter what version it is, just make sure it says latest release. Click on that, click on win32.zip, and it should install right here pretty quickly. Go ahead and click on it, and it will open up the file explorer. So when this screen pops up, you're going to want to click extract all, and you want to click on browse and go to your documents and right click and go down to new and click on folder, and you can name this anything you want. I'm just going to name it Disney FastPass bot. It doesn't matter, create up your own name for it, but this is the folder where we are going to be storing all the code and the WebDriver. So go into this folder and click select folder and click extract, and when it is done, it should open up, and just make sure you're in it. So go to documents, click on that Disney FastPass bot folder, and Chrome driver should look like this inside of there. So the next step you want to do is you can close that, and you want to go and you can close out of all these tabs that we went into, and I think that's all we have to download for now. So the next step is to go to the type here to search and search for advanced system settings. Click on that, and you want to click on environmental variables, and you want to click on path down here, click edit, and you want to make sure that both of these are in your path. So to add those, you just go to new and you type in both of those, so Python /Python 37, just like right here, and you want to add this one right here. So make sure that you change Ethan with your username, and I think you can find that by going here and clicking on right here, and right there it says what your name is. And if you're also not sure, if you can't find that, go to your file explorer and you want to search for Python 37 up here and click on scripts, and then right here right click on scripts and copy address, and if you go to new and paste it, it should be right there. So again, that was in the file explorer, search for Python 37 and click on scripts, and it will take you to this, and just right click on scripts. And once you have that in there, you can click OK, and you want to go to command prompt next, and you want to type in pip install Selenium like this, and it will install it for you. And I already have it installed. It says requirement already satisfied, but it should go through here and say installing Selenium, and that is the only thing we need to do. And the setup is almost complete. All we have to do is find the IDs and download the code. So what we want to do is now search for IDLE, idle, and you want to make sure it is the Python 3.7 and not the 2.8 or any other version that will pop up in there. Make sure it says Python 3.7. Click that, and you want to press Control N or go up here and click File, New File, and you just want to press Control S or File Save As, and you want to go to that folder, the Disney FastPass bot folder, and you can name this anything you want. I'm just going to name it FastPass Finder.py and click Save. And you also want to do another file, so go here, File, New File, and save this as, and make sure you're still in that same folder, and name this exactly as credentials, like that, and it has to be the exact spelling. Click Save. So this credentials file is where you will be typing in your password and the ID of your guests, and I'll explain that in a little bit later. So this is the main file where all the code and logic will go into. And to get the code, all you have to do is go to Google Chrome and search GitHub, like that. And click on the world's leading software development platform, GitHub. Just make sure it says github.com. And you're going to go up. You don't have to make an account. You just have to go right here and click Search GitHub and search for Ethan Brimhall, and click on users and click on me right here. So you can also get to that by just going into the URL, typing in github.com/Ethan Brimhall, and you want to click on Disney FastPass bot, and you want to scroll down a little bit, and you will see a FastPass Finder and a credentials file. So go into the credentials file, and you're just going to want to copy all of this. So just like holding down the mouse and dragging will copy it, and you want to get all of it, and the path equals is the last thing. So press Control C or right click copy and go to your credentials file and press Control V or right click paste and save that. And now go back to Chrome, go into the FastPass Finder.py and scroll down a little bit and copy all of this. So this is 401 lines, so it will take a little while to copy it all, and that's actually faster than last time. So it might or might not take a long time to copy, because last time it took forever to scroll down. So once that is copied, go right here, Control V or right click paste, and it should all be in here. I'm just gonna double check I got all of it. So the top should say #imports, and the bottom should be that main word right there. So Control S to save it, and we can actually exit out of, you can just minimize this And now we want to find the email and password and our guest IDs and the path. So the first thing we're going to do is the path, and this is just the path to the web driver that we downloaded earlier. So it was just in here, documents, Disney FastPass spot in the Chrome driver. Right click on it and click properties, and just copy this location right here that we get and press Control C, press OK, and exit out of that. And you're just going to go in between the parentheses and press Control V, or right click, paste, do another backslash and type Chrome driver and save that. So now that we have that, actually we need to add one more backslash right there after the C, so we have 2 right here instead of 1. Press Control S, save that. Now we want to type in our email and password that you use for the My Disney Experience app. So whatever email and password you use to log in to find FastPasses on the mobile app, you just want to type that right here. And the next, or the last thing we need to fill out is our guests. So our guests are, this right here will contain all of our guest IDs, and each guest at Disney World has their own ID. So you have your own unique ID, and that's how they can track you and know which guest you are. And we have to find that ID. And right here is a sample of what this guest should look like when you have guests in there. So this is what the ID kind of looks like. I just put in all zeros, but that is just what we want right there. And if we have, let's say you're going with one other person, you're going to have one ID in here. So you are not going to find the ID for yourself or for whoever is selected at the top, because when you go into it, one person is already selected, and I'll show you that when we go to the website, and you're going to select everybody else that you want. So I go with 3 other people, and I'm going to get their IDs, not mine. So you take your party size, including yourself, which in my case would be 4, and subtract 1, and that is how many IDs you need. So define the IDs. We want to go to Google Chrome and go to My Disney Experience FastPass Planning, and click on FastPass Plus Planning Walt Disney World Resort. And you want to click sign in to start. So I'm going to type in my email and password, and I will meet you at the next screen because I'm not going to show that on camera. Okay, so when you get to the next screen, this should be the next screen, create a FastPass Plus party, or the other option would be that you have plans, so you have a FastPass, and it's right now it's showing you the plans you have. Just go and it should be a button at the bottom that says create or get more FastPasses or something. Go ahead and click that, and it should take you to this page. So just find this page. And what I was talking about earlier is that me right here, this is me, I am already selected, so I'm not going to find the ID for that person. So if you are running the account for somebody else and that's not you, you're still going to find all the guest IDs except this person up here. So I have 3 IDs that I'm going to be getting, and to find that, you are going to right click on their picture, go to inspect, and you should see this screen right here. And if it's not big enough, you can just drag it like this, and when you hover over it, you should see that you can see that picture, and you should see right here that it's highlighted. So you just want to move this over a little bit, and it only is highlighting the picture, so you want to scroll up until it's highlighting the whole thing, so the picture, the name, and that little circle, and like that. So it is this one, it's the div class guest, like that. So just this one, right click it and click copy XPath. So when you hover over this text, it should be this one, not something like this. So it has to be the whole thing. So one is that when you copy the XPath, minimize the screen, and below the guest right here, just enter down and press Control V to paste that. And we do not want this, so we can just backspace that, and we can backspace this. So this is the ID that we want. So copy this, and you can just do Control X to cut it, and it copies it. So we want to paste it here. So that is one guest in there. And if I wanted to add another guest ID, I go outside the parentheses, add a comma, then space, and add 2 more parentheses, or quotes, I mean. And you will type in, and then you're going to go back to the screen, and you're going to do the exact same thing for the other guests. So if you're a party of 2, then you're done. You just have that one guest. And if you're a party of 1, you don't even bother filling this out. But if you have 2 or more guests, or including yourself, you're going to want to fill out the IDs. So make sure that you have the email and password filled out, and your ID or your guests completely filled out. So you got all the IDs in there, and we will go to the next step. Okay, once you finish filling out your credentials, you should be at a screen that looks like this with your FastPassFinder.py opened. So a little file with a ton of code in it, and the Python shell. And you can close out of every other screen. This is the only screen you need now. So all the setup is done. Everything should work if you set up everything correctly. So you're done. This is just the moment of truth if it works. So you're going to go inside this file, click on run module, and you can do that with F5 if you want to. And it should, if this pops up, then it's worked. So good job, you've got everything set up correctly if you see the screen. If not, then you did something wrong, and I would go back through the video and make sure that you did everything correctly. Yeah, so if this is your screen, then it's just the fun part now. And one of the popular errors that you might get would be that you didn't import Selenium, or that they can't find Selenium. Just make sure that you did the environmental variables correctly and that you pip installed Selenium. That's probably the biggest mistake that you can make. Or if you misspelled something in the credentials file, that'd probably be your main mistakes to look at. But if you see the screen, then we can go on. So you should see the welcome to the FastPass Finder along with the 4 parks. So you will type in 1, 2, 3, or 4 corresponding to the park you want to get a ride at. So if I want to go to Magic Kingdom, I click 1. Then here's all the rides. So if I want Haunted Mansion, I'm going to type 6. Do I want to set a time frame? So a time frame is you will set a minimum and a maximum time for like that. That's where you want your FastPass to be after this time but before this time. So let's say that you have something to do in the morning and you're not going to be able to get to the park until 2 p.m. So the FastPass minimum time has to be 2 p.m. So that's where you can specify it. So if you don't care what time the FastPass is, just click 2. But if you care, you're going to click 1, and you're going to set a minimum time. So the earliest you want the FastPass, let's say it is 11 a.m. And make sure that a.m. is capitalized, along with if you have p.m. that is capitalized. Click enter. Then the latest time, I want it to be no later than 5 p.m. and again it's capitalized. Click enter. And how many people in the party? So if you are going by yourself, you're going to click 1, but if you have, including yourself, 2 or more people, you're going to click 2. So if it's just you and one other person, you're going to click 2. And if you have 4 people in your party, click 2. So yeah, just if you're going with anyone else, click 2. And it will give us a little summary, but that doesn't matter. So it should open up this is called the Chrome driver, and you don't have to click anything. It's all automated, so just don't even touch anything on your keyboard or mouse. It's going to sign you in, and if there's an error signing you in, that means you typed in the email or password incorrectly in the credentials file, so you need to fix that. And just let it do its thing. And there should be another file that opened, but that doesn't matter. So right there it selected your guests, and I only selected or specified one other guest ID because I didn't feel like putting in all the other guest IDs for this tutorial. So it selected 2 for me, and now you have to select a date. It doesn't select the date for you, so this is the only time you can use the keyboard and mouse. So I want to get it for October 5th, and take your hand off the keyboard and mouse. That's it. So it's looking for Haunted Mansion from 11 to 5, and it found one for 11:55, and it's confirming it. And again, I did not touch anything. The computer just did all of it. So as you can see, 11 a.m. to 12:55 p.m. So it doesn't look like it's much for getting it for Haunted Mansion because it found it on its first try. But for rides like Avatar, Flight of Passage, it's going to take a long time to find the ride because it's just, there's no FastPasses available. So what this does, it goes through the morning, afternoon, evening, just forever until it finds it. So before you go to bed, you can start this up. Then when you wake up, hopefully it should find it. Yeah, so this just saves you from having to do it manually, so it saves you some time to do other stuff. And once it finds the FastPass, you can exit out of this, and this thing will pop up also with when the Chrome opens up. Do not exit out of this until it's found your FastPass, because if you exit out of this, it will close that browser screen and you'll have to redo this. So what I was talking about, the summary, this is the summary right here that it tells you. It just tells you all the settings you chose, and you can just double check that and to make sure that's correct before it starts searching. And right here it just tells you what it's doing, and it says Haunted Mansion has been confirmed. So when you find your ride, you can just exit out of both of these and you're done. And if you want to find the ride, if you want to use this software again, just go right here and again search for IDLE, and you're going to go to File, Open, go to Documents, Disney FastPass Bot, then open that FastPass Finder, and then you're just going to press F5 or go up to Run Module. So that's all you have to do for it to work again, and I hope that the tutorial worked for you. If it didn't, my email will be in the description, so you can contact me and take a picture of the error message and send that to me, and I can try to help. Yeah, if you follow the tutorial, it should work, and I hope you enjoy the FastPass bot. And if you do, please leave a like on the video. Thanks for watching.